Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Resurrected Cowboys running back Javonte Williams makes history in win versus Jets. In purely financial terms, the 2024 season cost Dallas Cowboys running back Javonte Williams about $18 million and some change. Williams, who spent the first 4 seasons of his career with the Denver Broncos, was projected to receive somewhere in the range of a 3-year, $21 million contract when he entered free agency following the season. After Williams underperformed for a second consecutive season in Denver, he found himself not only not getting the big money deal he hoped for but unwanted with the Broncos after head coach Sean Payton and general manager George Paton made it clear they wanted to rebuild the position from the ground up. That meant no more Williams, who eventually landed a 1-year, $3 million, prove-it contract with the Cowboys, where he wasn't even guaranteed a spot on the 53-man roster. Now, Williams looks like he might eventually get that $18 million back, and then some, after he's looked like one of the NFL's best running backs through the first 5 games. Williams almost lost running back 1 job in Dallas. After Williams signed with the Cowboys, Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox put him high on his list of free agents whose jobs aren't safe in 2025. Williams only won the starting job for the Cowboys outright after rookie and 2025 fifth-round pick Jaden Blue started to earn first-team reps but suffered a second ankle injury in the preseason and missed the first 4 games of the regular season. Cowboys owner Jerry Jones could be in hot water with NFL after latest antics. Jerry Jones has never been shy about playing to the cameras, but the 82-year-old Dallas Cowboys owner took it a step further at MetLife Stadium on October 5, flashing his middle finger at chirping New York Jets fans as Dallas closed out a 37-22 win. Video of Jones flipping fans off made the rounds on social media within minutes, and now, the league will likely review the incident and possibly dole out a fine. While a generally harmless and fun gesture, Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio wrote on October 6, the NFL has a history of frowning upon such gestures. In 2009, the league fined the late Bud Adams $250,000 for shooting the double bird from his suite in a game against the Bills. The NFL has consistently treated obscene gestures as punishable, even for players. Just last month, Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce was fined $14,491 for unsportsmanlike, obscene gestures. Owners typically face steeper penalties than players for public behavior that can be perceived as an embarrassment to the league, which is why Adam's 6-figure ding is the comp to watch. Jones' gesture took some attention away from the team's performance, which is a shame, because the Cowboys played lights out on both sides of the ball. It was another fantastic day for quarterback Dak Prescott, who tossed 4 touchdowns. Jake Ferguson hauled in 2 of them, as the Cowboys scored 30 straight points to blow the game open. The victory pushed Dallas to 2-1 and kept them within reach in a muddled NFC East after 5 weeks. Of course, most folks criticizing what Jerry does this season are still miffed about the Micah Parsons trade. Dallas dealt the All-Pro pass rusher to the Packers in a blockbuster deal that netted 2 first-rounders and veteran defensive tackle Kenny Clark. It was a decision that split the fan base and shocked the league, but Jones has done nothing other than defend it. Even after Parsons' return to Dallas produced a 40-40 tie Week 4, Jones was still defending the move publicly a few days later. Dallas defense has been searching for its identity without Parsons, and against the Jets, the unit finally broke out, netting 5 sacks and a momentum-swinging takeaway before halftime. Defensive coordinator Matt Eberflus has been heavily criticized thus far, so Sunday's performance was encouraging. So, will Jones be punished? The league office has latitude to fine owners for conduct that reflects poorly on the NFL brand, and it has done so before. Adams' $250,000 remains the most relevant measuring stick, but that was over 15 years ago. We'll see if the league does anything. And, if the league does, we'll see if Jerry cares, Florio noted, adding. The combination of an accumulation of billions and the shedding of any remaining filters, if there even were any, on the wrong side of 80 creates a sweet spot in which a person will say and do all sorts of things that could make others sour. We'll know soon enough how sour the NFL is at Jones. Stephen A. Smith calls Cowboys' Dak Prescott leading candidate for NFL MVP. On Sunday afternoon, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys improved to 2-1 on the young 2025 NFL season with a road win over the New York Jets by a score of 37-22 in a game that wasn't really all that close. It was another strong game for Prescott, who completed 18 of his 29 pass attempts, good for 237 yards and 4 touchdowns. Prescott has been on a heater since this season began, and recently, ESPN sports media personality and noted Cowboys critic Stephen A. Smith took to First Take to give Prescott some lofty praise. Dak Prescott has answered the call, and right now I think he needs to be a leading candidate for league MVP honors. He's definitely a top 2 leading candidate, said Smith, via Diamond Dog on X, formerly Twitter. Prescott indeed has been playing at an MVP level through 5 weeks of this season, including carving up the Green Bay Packers' vaunted defensive unit a week ago. Unfortunately, at this point it's unclear if the Cowboys' defense is good enough to get the team the necessary amount of wins that would truly put Prescott in the MVP discussion. Dak Prescott has been helped this year by the fact that he has some elite weapons to work with at the receiver position, including most notably CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. Lamb has actually missed the last couple of games due to injury, but Pickens has more than picked up the slack, receiving for 57 yards and a touchdown on Sunday against New York. The Cowboys also got a monster game from Ryan Flournoy, who had 114 receiving yards in the win. Overall, the Cowboys have been one of the most exciting teams to watch so far this year, constantly keeping games close thanks to their offense even as the defense sinks toward the bottom of the league standings. It is good to remember that despite the Sunday's 37-22 beatdown of the Jets, the Cowboys' offensive line featured almost entirely backups. Rookie first-rounder Tyler Booker and Tyler Guyton were both late inactives because of injuries, joining Cooper Beebe and Tyler Smith among the unavailable starters. Beebe, high ankle sprain, was already on injured reserve, while Smith, knee, was technically active but available only in case of emergency. The only healthy starter was right tackle Terrence Steele, who has not missed a game since 2022. In any case, the Cowboys will look to get over the .500 mark for the first time this season next week when they hit the road to take on the Carolina Panthers.